हेलो फ्रेंड्स, अब हम एक और वीडियो लेकर आए हैं एलएलबी फर्स्ट ईयर पेपर 1 अनदर इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन लॉ। इस वीडियो का पर्पज सिर्फ रिवीजन है। हम सिर्फ क्वेश्चंस को गो थ्रू करेंगे। ये आपके लिए इस तरीके से लाभप्रद हो सकती है कि आप कहीं ड्राइव कर रहे हैं, कुछ काम करते हुए आप वीडियो को सुन सकते हैं, देख सकते हैं, पढ़ सकते हैं, ताकि कंटेंट आपके माइंड में रहे व्हाइल यू विल अटेम्प्ट द एग्जाम। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल लॉ में दूसरा इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है, दैट इज द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ India is neither federal nor purely unitary, but it is unique combination of both. Discuss the statement. A very important question. ध्यान दीजिए. Constitutions are mainly of two types, federal and unitary. Federal constitution powers are distributed among center and state, whereas in unitary constitution all powers are vested in the central government. The central and state governments work independently in their areas in federal constitution, whereas states are under the authority of central government in unitary constitution. Several times the question arises, what is the nature of Constitution of India, that is whether it is federal or unitary. Few jurists and political thinkers consider it as be fully federal, while few consider it to be a mixture of both federal and unitary, that is call it a quasi-federal. The chairman of drafting committee, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, said while considering it to be federal that although center is provided with few certain powers which restricts the independence of state, even then its nature is federal. On the other hand, famous political thinker Sir Ivor Ginning and Professor Ware does not consider it to be fully federal. There has also few decisions in respect of the nature of the constitution. State of West Bengal versus Union of India, AIR 1963, SC 1241. According to decision of majority, the constitution of India is not fully federal, but decision of minority had considered it to be federal. Similarly, SR Bomai versus Union of India, AIR 1994, SC 1918. The constitution of India is considered to be quasi-federal. State of Karnataka versus Union of India, 1978, SCJ 190. The nature of Constitution of India was held to be federal. An important decision was in Central Inland Water Transport Corporation versus Brijnath Ganguly, 1986, 3. SCC 156. It was said that it has to be looked to find out the nature of constitution, that whether it has the elements of federal constitutions or not. Elements of federal constitution. Now we have to see that what are the essential elements of federal constitution and whether they are present in Constitution of India or not. Federal constitution is believed to contain following elements: written constitution, supremacy of constitution, rigidity of constitution, distribution of powers, and independence of judiciary. First one, let us explore all the points. Point number 1. Written constitution. Federal constitution is required to be in a written because there is a distribution of powers between center and state in a federal constitution, and the state units join in the union under certain conditions. In such situation, it is required for the harmony, coordination, and consistency between center and states that the constitution shall be in written. The Constitution of India is a written constitution. In this respect, it is federal. Supremacy of constitution. In a federal system, the constitution is supreme. There is no law or power above the constitution. All three organs of power, legislative, executive, and judiciary, obtain their powers from the constitution only. They are also created by the constitution too. The Constitution of India fulfill the above criteria. It is supreme. There is no law or power above it. The source of legislative, executive, and judiciary is the constitution itself. Legislative cannot frame any laws which are inconsistent with the constitution. The proof of supremacy of constitution can be obtained from the establishment of constitution review committee. The review committee has proclaimed to maintain the dignity of basic structure of constitution. Third point is rigidity of constitution. The constitution is required not only to be written, but it should also be rigid. Constitution should not be so flexible that it can be amended whenever wanted, but at the same time it should not be so rigid that it cannot be amended when required. Our constitution fulfills above the criteria. It is neither very flexible like England nor is strictly rigid like America. We have adopted a middle way with respect to amendment. It can be amended as per the time, place and circumstances. Up to year 2001, only 85 amendments are made in the Constitution. The procedure of making amendments has been mentioned in Article 368 of Constitution. Fourth point, distribution of power. An important feature of federal constitution is distribution of power. There is distribution of power between center and state so that no conflict arises between them. The Constitution of India also distributes power between center and states. The distribution has been mentioned in 7th schedule of the Constitution by way of three lists, namely union list, state list and concurrent list. The union list and state list consist those matters on which the power of making law have been delegated to parliament and state legislature respectively. Concurrent list mentions those matters on which the power of making law have been delegated to both, that is parliament and state legislature. Independence of judiciary. Fifth point. The last feature of the federal constitution is independence of judiciary. The judiciary has played an important role in making harmony between center and state and solving disputes related to the powers. Whenever constitutional dispute arises between center and state, then the judiciary only solves those disputes by interpretation of the provision of constitution. The authority of judiciary is final in this respect. Independence of judiciary is considered to be part of basic structure of constitution. Thus, Constitution of India is federal in this respect also. Elements of unitary constitution. Now we shall consider the other aspect of our constitution. As it is said that Constitution of India is neither fully federal nor fully unitary, it consists the element of both, that is, it is quasi-federal. The unitary features of our constitutions are following. First, single citizenship. The Constitution of India provides for single citizenship. Every resident of India is the citizen of India even if he is residing in any of the state. No one can claim citizenship of a state. There is no double citizenship of center and state in India, unlike America. Thus, single citizenship is a feature of unitary constitution. Second point of unitary constitution is appointment of governor. There is a provision of appointment of governor in every state of India. The governor is appointed under Article 155 of the Constitution by the President. According to the Article 156, governor is under the doctrine of pleasure of the President. The consist of governor is required for the law framed by state legislative. Few rules related to bills can be referred to the President by the governor for consideration. Governor is responsible towards the President, not towards the state legislature. It is clear that governor is an agent of the center at the state. It is a feature of unitary constitution. Legislative powers of parliament. As we have been above, federal constitution distributes power among the center and states. The 7th schedule of the Constitution of India distributes power between center and states into three lists: union list, state list and concurrent list. The subject in union list are under the power of parliament, and laws in respect of subject in state list are enacted by state legislature. Laws on subject in concurrent list can be made by both of them. In respect of these law making power, the Constitution of India is unitary due to following reasons. When there is inconsistency between law enacted by the parliament and state legislature, then law enacted by parliament shall supersede. According to Article 249 of the Constitution, parliament can enact laws on any subject of state list in the national interest. According to Article 248, residual powers of legislation are vested in the parliament. In emergency, parliament has special power of legislation. Proclamation of emergency. The unitary feature of constitution is also reflected from the proclamation of emergency. Article 352, 356 and 360 provides the power for proclamation of emergency to the President under following circumstances: when the security of India or its any part is in danger owing to war or external aggression or armed rebellion, when the constitutional machinery in the state has been a failure and the governance of state cannot be conducted in accordance to the provision of the Constitution, and when there is a crisis of financial stability or credit in India or its any part. Owing to proclamation of emergency, the whole administration of the country comes in the hand of the center, and the parliament becomes competent for making law for whole country. State has also to work according to the direction of the center. In such situation, our constitution adopt unitary form. Power to create new state. Article 3 of the constitution provides several power to parliament in respect of creation of new states, like creation of new states, increase or decrease the area of any state, alteration in the limit of any state, alteration in the name of any state, etc. These powers of parliament reflect the unitary form of constitution. All India services. Few All India services also provide unitary form or constitution, like Indian Administrative Service, IAS, Indian Police Service, IPS, etc. The integrity of the officials of these services is within the center in spite of the states. Above analysis shows that the Constitution of India is neither fully federal nor fully unitary. It is a mixture of both. It's a unique union. Thank you. Soon we will come back with another important question. In the description you can find the link to other important questions of paper 1.